Remember the iconic drill sergeant Major Benson Winifred Payne and his ragtag group of cadets? Let's revisit the hilarious military comedy Major Payne and see what the cast looks like now. From the stern commanding officer to the mischievous cadets, we'll uncover where these actors are today. Get ready for a nostalgic trip down memory lane as we compare then and now shots and explore their careers. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more throwback content. Number 1. Damon Wayans as Madge Benson Payne. War has turned him into a paranoid, cynical mess, but he's also a natural-born leader. He's tough, almost brutal, and he doesn't care much for anyone but himself. To get respect, he puts on this tough guy act, complete with a side of crazy. But deep down, there's a softer side, a glimpse of humanity that only a few people get to see. He's a control freak, always in charge. If you cross him, watch out. He's not afraid to dish out punishment, even to innocent bystanders. He can be a real jerk, but somehow it's kind of funny. He's like that crazy uncle you love to hate. A tall, 6'2", sly, cue-ball-domed comedian of film and television satire, Damon Wayans hit outrageous 90s TV stardom playing various wise guys and streetwise slick characters on older brother Keenan Ivory Wayans' landmark, black-oriented TV sketch comedy in living color. The show was pretty much a family act, and it made Damon a breakout comedy star. This, in turn, would lead to many of his own popular film comedy vehicles. Damon Wayans has been making us laugh for years. He was in a bunch of funny movies like Mo Money and Major Payne. He even tried his hand at his own TV show called Damon, but that didn't last long. Then came My Wife and Kids, which was a huge hit. Even though he was busy with movies and TV, Damon never really stopped doing stand-up. But in 2015, he said he was done with it. Just a few years later, he jumped back into TV with a new show called Lethal Weapon. He played the same role that Danny Glover did in the movies. Madge Benson Payne was played by Damon Wayans when she was 27 years old, and now she is 58 years old. Number 2. Michael Ironside as Loudon Collar Stone. Colonel Stone is all about rules and order. He's the kind of guy who lives by the book and expects everyone else to do the same. He's the total opposite of Major Payne. His relationship with his stepson, Alex, is a total mess. He's trying to be a tough dad and a strict commander at the same time, but it's not working. Between the abuse and the booze, they're barely hanging on. Stone's really serious about his job. He wants to turn these kids into soldiers, no exceptions. But he's so focused on the rules, he forgets that these are kids, not just robots. Immediately recognizable to film and television audiences for his piercing gaze and gravelly tones, Michael Ironside essayed powerful, often dangerous figures on both sides of the law in countless films, including Top Gun, Total Recall, and Terminator Salvation. He burst onto the international scene as a malevolent telepath in David Cronenberg's gory Scanners, 1981, and bounced between heels and anti-heroes for the next decade. With his distinctive look and gravelly voice, he's become a familiar face in countless movies and TV shows. He's done it all, from low-budget thrillers that'll keep you on the edge of your seat to big-budget blockbusters. You might remember him as the bad guy, the good guy, or somewhere in between. Ironside has this incredible ability to disappear into a role. Whether he's playing a hardened criminal or a complex anti-hero, he brings a level of intensity that's hard to match. It's no wonder he's a favorite among fans of action, sci-fi, and just about any genre that needs a dash of grit. He's been in some big movies lately. You might remember him as the tough guy boss in Nobody. He also played a bad guy in the Dropout series. Ironside's been married twice and has 2 kids. He's also beat cancer a few times, bowel, prostate, and thyroid. Leonard L. Stone was played by Michael Ironside when he was 45 years old, and now he is 74 years old. Number 3. Bam Bigelow as Huge Biker. Huge Biker is a mountain of a man. He's built like a brick wall with a face that could crack concrete. You don't mess with him. He's the kind of guy who walks into a room and everyone gets a little quieter. Surprisingly, he's not all brawn. The cadets hire him to take on Major Payne, their way of standing up to the tough drill sergeant. So, for all his tough guy image, he's actually kind of a good guy. But don't be fooled. When it comes down to it, he's in way over his head. Major Payne is a different kind of beast. Huge Biker learns that lesson the hard way. Bam Bigelow was no ordinary wrestler. Standing at nearly 400 pounds with a flaming head tattoo, he was a sight to behold. But it wasn't just his size that made him a standout. People in the wrestling business raved about his incredible athleticism and skill. They said he was like a giant who could move like a much smaller guy. It was a rare combination that made him one of the most exciting wrestlers of his time. Bigelow is best known for his appearances with promotions New Japan Pro Wrestling, the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, World Championship Wrestling, WCW, and Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, between 1987 and 2001. Over the course of his career, he held championships including the ECW World Heavyweight Championship, the ECW World Television Championship, the IWGP Tag Team Championship, the War World Six-Man Tag Team Championship, and the WCW World Tag Team Championship. Bigelow headlined 7 pay-per-views: the first Survivor Series in 1987, Beach Brawl in 1991, King of the Ring in 1993 and 1995, WrestleMania 1 in 1995, and the 1997 and 1998 editions of ECW's premier annual event, November to Remember. Huge Biker was played by Bam Bigelow when he was 34 years old. Sadly, Bigelow's girlfriend found him dead in his home in Hudson, Florida, at approximately 10 a.m. EST on the morning of January 19, 2007. He was 45 years old. An autopsy found that Bigelow's death was due to multiple drugs found in his system, including toxic levels of cocaine and benzodiazepines. Number 4. Orlando Brown as Cadet Kevin Tiger. Dun Tiger's got a tough story. He's an orphan who grew up in the school. He's the youngest of the bunch, so he's always trying to keep up. Later on, he becomes a kind of mini-boss under Colonel Stone. He's loyal and tries his best even though it's tough. He's not afraid to show he's scared sometimes. Like that time he peed himself and went to Major Payne for help. But he doesn't give up. He wants to prove he's just as good as the rest of them. A busy child actor, Orlando Brown scored his first significant part before age 10, playing a young cadet in the 1995 military comedy Major Payne. During the following years, Brown appeared in numerous TV shows, most notably portraying the recurring character 3J on the sitcom Family Matters and turning up on episodes of The Jamie Foxx Show. Venturing into voiceover work, he was featured on the animated programs Fillmore and The Proud Family. But his biggest role proved to be that of Eddie on the Disney sitcom That's So Raven. In 2007, Brown took an extended break from acting, but returned 4 years later on the comedy show The End. In 2018, Brown appeared on an episode of Dr. Phil and made false claims, among them that he was the son of musical icon Michael Jackson, saying his full name was Orlando Brown Prince Michael Jackson Jr., and that he had 4 children, 2 of whom he had never met and whose names he did not know. He claimed the oldest of his children was between the ages of 16 and 18, meaning Brown would have been between 13 and 15 at the time of their birth. He additionally claimed he had been sober for 4 years. The episode aired on December 21, 2018. After his appearance on the show, Brown opened up about his struggles with addiction at a church fundraising event in 2020. He is married and has a son that is biologically his, and 1 stepson. At the time of his December 22, 2022 arrest, Brown was revealed to be now homeless and living with his brother, who claimed that he took Brown into his home 2 weeks prior so he could avoid living in a homeless shelter. Cadet Kevin Tiger Dunn was played by Orlando Brown when he was 8 years old, and now he is 36 years old. Number 5. Albert Hall as General Decker. General Decker is all about rules and order. He's the classic military guy. You can tell he takes his job really seriously. He's got a pretty interesting connection with Major Payne. After Payne messes up and ends up in jail, Decker steps in and gets him the JROTC job. It's like he sees something in Payne, even though Payne is, well, Payne. Decker's kind of like a tough but fair kind of guy. A pliable, somewhat paunchy character player of TV and films whose parts increased in size with the advent of middle age, Albert Hall made a strong impression as Baines, the brother who introduces Malcolm Little to Islam, in Spike Lee's biopic Malcolm X, 1992, and as the nervous but firm Sal Martinella, manager of Rookie of the Year, 1993. Like many actors who seem to have to age into their careers, Hall often played minor or unrewarding parts early in his career. His feature film work began with a comic role in Leadbelly, 1976, and the actor had a small role as a co-pilot of an aircraft going over the Bermuda Triangle, 1978. The next year, he could be seen as Chief Phillips, who brings Captain Willard, Martin Sheen, upriver in Francis Ford Coppola's epic Apocalypse Now. In the 90s, the parts grew in importance, thanks in large measure to Malcolm X, and the comedy hit Rookie of the Year. Hall was the imperious General Decker in Major Payne, and the slow-witted Odell in Devil in a Blue Dress, both 1995, and had supporting roles in Courage Under Fire and Spike Lee's Get on the Bus, both 1996. Huge Biker was played by Bam Bigelow when he was 58 years old, and now he is 86 years old. Number 6. William Hickey as Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips is more interested in grades than game scores. He doesn't seem to care one bit about how poorly the school's doing in the military games. His only concern is keeping the cadets out of trouble, and he's given Major Payne that one simple job. While you don't see a lot of him, Dr. Phillips is important because he represents the opposite side of the coin from Payne. He's the school administrator, focused on the business side of things, while Payne is all about discipline and military style. It's this contrast that helps shape the story. His stooped posture, desiccated appearance, and frog-like speaking voice made William Hickey a natural to play weirdos in Hollywood films, a resume that belied his distinguished career in theater. Developing a taste for performing as a child at the Henry Street Settlement on Manhattan's Lower East Side, Hickey began teaching acting after World War II and joined the staff of Uta Hagen and Herbert Berghoff's acclaimed HB studio in Greenwich Village in 1957. Better known as an acting coach than as an actor, Hickey guided the likes of Steve McQueen and Barbra Streisand while playing bits in such films as The Boston Strangler, Little Big Man, and Mikey and Nicky. John Huston had cast him in a small role in Wise Blood, but called the 57-year-old actor back to play an octogenarian mafia don in Prizzi's Honor, which earned Hickey an Oscar nomination and a measure of popular appeal. Horror fans will always remember his haunting portrayal of the Puppet Master and his chilling role in Tales from the Dark Side. His distinctive voice, perfectly showcased as Dr. Finkelstein in The Nightmare Before Christmas, added another layer to his iconic status. Even as his health declined due to emphysema, Lor's passion for acting never wavered. He continued to work tirelessly, teaching acting classes right up until his death. His dedication to his craft is a testament to his enduring love for the art form that brought him fame and fulfillment. Dr. Phillips was played by William Hickey when he was 67 years old. Sadly, Hickey died from emphysema and bronchitis in 1997. His remains are interred in the cemetery of the Evergreens in Brooklyn. He died during the filming of Uzo's Better Than Ever, and his role was played by the producer in a pickup shot depicting his character in the hospital. Number 7. Andrew Leeds as Cadet Dotson. Dotson's all about kissing up to whoever's in charge. He was the boss of his squad for a while, but then got bumped down when someone else, Alex Stone, took over. After that, he couldn't handle it and ditched Madison Prep for Wellington. Even though he's not around much, he adds some spice to the whole misfit cadet crew. Actor Andrew Leeds was most commonly known for his roles in television dramas. Ben Stiller's career kicked off incredibly early. He landed his first professional acting gig at just 8 years old, understudying a role in the Broadway musical Teddy and Alice. Not long after, he took over the lead and continued to climb the theatrical ladder. His big break came when he originated the role of Gavroche in a national tour of Les Miserables. This was followed by another Broadway role in Falsettos, sharing the stage with established stars. It was clear from the start that Ben Stiller was a young talent destined for bigger things. Ben Stiller's early career was a mix of acting and film roles. He appeared in movies like A Pig's Tale and Major Payne, showing off his versatility. But it was his writing talent that would really take off. Stiller and his writing partner, David Lampson, had a big break when they were chosen for the reality show situation, Comedy. Their pilot, Stephen's Life, beat out thousands of others and landed them a deal with NBC. This marked the beginning of Stiller's successful career as a writer and set the stage for his future comedy hits. After finding success as a writer, Ben Stiller kept his creative momentum going. He continued to write for television, penning scripts for shows like Brenda Forever for NBC, though it wasn't picked up. Stiller didn't shy away from acting opportunities either, landing a role in the ABC comedy Cristela. He also worked on a comedy pilot called Those People for Kelly Ripa's production company and made a memorable appearance on the popular show Workaholics. To further hone his comedic skills, Stiller joined the prestigious improv group The Groundlings in 2015, demonstrating his ongoing commitment to the craft. Cadet Dotson was played by Andrew Leeds when he was 14 years old, and now he is 42 years old. Number 8. Dean Lorey as Mr. Shipman. Mr. Shipman is just a regular teacher trying to do his job. He's nice enough to the cadets, but he's more focused on academics than military training. He's kind of like the calm in the storm amidst all the chaos that Major Payne brings. We don't really know much about him, but he's there to represent the normal school life side of things. Successful Hollywood screenwriter and director Dean Lorey is best known for his work on the cult sitcom Arrested Development and the Damon Wayans TV series My Wife and Kids. A true cinephile, Mark Lorey left his native Georgia to pursue his passion for screenwriting at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts. After honing his craft, he paid his dues writing commercial spots and book cover copy before heading to Los Angeles, the mecca of the film industry. There, he co-wrote the 1993 dark romantic comedy My Boyfriend's Back, marking his entry into feature films. Lorey's talent soon led him to work on 2 more popcorn features, the campy 1993 horror film Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, and the 1995 boot camp comedy Major Payne. However, it was his transition to television sitcoms that truly ignited his career. In the 2000s, Lorey took on several successful projects, including writing, producing, and directing the hit ABC sitcom My Wife and Kids. His versatility shone through as he also executive produced the Emmy Award-winning comedy Arrested Development. Lorey's skill in crafting humorous and engaging stories didn't stop at the screen. He ventured into writing children's books with the first installment of the Nightmare Academy series. Mark Lorey's journey from Georgia to NYU to the bright lights of LA showcases his dedication to his craft and his ability to adapt his talents to various formats. Mr. Shipman was played by Dean Lorey when he was 28 years old, and now he is 56 years old. Number 9. Brad Martin as MP. Brad Martin is the definition of a natural-born athlete. Growing up in snowy Idaho, he honed his skills on the ski slopes and in martial arts dojos. After college, he traded the mountains for the bright lights of Hollywood, determined to turn his athleticism into a career. After graduating with a degree in philosophy from the University of Washington, Brad made the move to Los Angeles to pursue his lifetime passion of becoming a Hollywood stuntman. Through hard work and dedication, Brad quickly became one of the top stunt professionals in the business. He has stunt doubled for some of the industry's elite actors, including exclusive stunt double for George Clooney in movies Batman and Robin, The Perfect Storm, Three Kings, Out of Sight, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and The Peacemaker. Along with Batman, Brad has also doubled for several other superheroes. Chris O'Donnell in Batman Forever, Ben Affleck in Daredevil, and Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2. Since early 2000, Brad has been focusing on stunt coordination, action directing, and action design. He is best recognized for his work designing, coordinating, and directing the action units in Underworld, Underworld Evolution, and Underworld Awakening. Brad has also stunt coordinated countless other blockbusters like Live Free or Die Hard, Tropic Thunder, The Other Guys, and Expendables 3, to name a few. In 2008, Brad won the Red Bull Taurus Stunt Award for Best Stunt Coordinator for his work in Live Free or Die Hard. Second unit directing is really Brad's main focus nowadays. With the Underworld franchise, Total Recall, Frankenstein, and most recently, Night at the Museum 3, Brad is finding a new niche in the action film genre. MP was played by Brad Martin when he was 25 years old, and now he is 54 years old. Number 10. Stephen Martini as Cadet Alex Stone. Alex Stone thinks Major Payne is way too tough on the cadets. He's always butting heads with Payne and trying to get him kicked out. But don't be fooled. Alex can take charge when he needs to. He even became the leader of the cadets for a while, showing he can handle pressure. Even though he's got a rebellious streak, Alex cares about his fellow cadets. He stood up for one of them when Payne was being a jerk during training. And when Payne pulled a fake grenade scare, Alex was the only one who didn't freak out. He figured out it was a test and kept his cool. Stephen Martini, a versatile actor, embarked on a diverse journey through the entertainment industry. He kick-started his career with appearances in beloved dramas like Murder, She Wrote, Law and Order, and Touched by an Angel. His early roles included the television special Same Difference and the series Prince Street. Martini continued to build his resume with appearances in TV movies like The Price of Love and Friends Till the End. The early 2000s saw Martini take on a variety of projects, including Sundance 20, South Beach, and Flash Gordon. His versatility shone through as he worked on the film Limelife with Alec Baldwin in 2009. Martini's most recent appearance was in the film The Curse of Downers Grove in 2015. Throughout his career, Martini has demonstrated his ability to adapt to various roles, showcasing his talent and dedication to the craft. Martini's journey through television and film showcases his range and commitment to his acting career. Each role, whether in a beloved drama or a TV movie, has contributed to his body of work. Martini's early start and continued pursuit of diverse projects demonstrate his passion for the art, and his credits alongside renowned actors like Alec Baldwin attest to his talent. Stephen Martini, through his diverse roles, has left a mark on the entertainment industry, and his dedication to his craft ensures that we will see more of his captivating performances in the future. Cadet Alex Stone was played by Stephen Martini when he was 20 years old, and now he is 48 years old. Number 11. Chris Owen as Cadet Wooliger. Wooliger's always worried about getting sick. He's that guy who sneezes a million times, which got him into a funny fight with Major Payne. But here's the twist. Wooliger can't actually hear very well. So when he doesn't answer right away, Major Payne thinks he's being smart. Even though he's a bit of a worrywart, Wooliger knows Major Payne is the boss, and they need him to win. He even supports Alex's crazy idea to compete without Payne. And like the rest of the cadets, he wants to win that trophy really badly. A tall, thin, freckled, red-headed player, Chris Owen carved out a niche in the late 1990s teen movie boom as a memorable young character actor, most often portraying quirky roles. Owen got his start on television and debuted with a 1993 guest role on the odd CBS drama Picket Fences, playing the son of a frog-obsessed burglary suspect. That same year, he was featured in an episode of ABC's teen-themed sitcom, Boy Meets World. The actor marked his film debut in 1994, appearing in It Runs in the Family starring Kieran Culkin. He could next be seen on the big screen with a role as a young cadet in Major Payne, a comedy following a wacky Special Forces U.S. Marine, Damon Wayans, who leads a junior ROTC group during a spell of peacetime unemployment. More substantial was Owen's co-starring turn in that year's Angus, giving an effective performance as the geeky best friend of the tormented title character. A smaller role in the Farley Spade vehicle comedy Black Sheep followed in 1996. In 2014, Owen Wilson surprised everyone when news broke that he was working as a waiter in a sushi restaurant. The actor openly admitted that life hadn't gone according to plan, but expressed his determination to keep pursuing his acting career. Luckily, this wasn't the end of his story. Wilson proved his resilience by returning to the screen, landing roles in movies like The Last Sharknado and making TV appearances on Criminal Minds. His ability to overcome challenges and continue pursuing his passion is an inspiration to many. During his career, Owen also appeared in the music videos of Something Corporate's song If You See Jordan and Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike's song Mammoth with Mogwai. Cadet Wooliger was played by Chris Owen when he was 15 years old, and now he is 44 years old. Number 12. Karyn Parsons as Emily Walburn. Emily really cares about the cadets, especially the young ones like Tiger. She tries to be the voice of reason between Major Payne's tough love and what the kids really need. She can stand up to Payne when he goes too far, and she's not afraid to tell him off. Emily's pretty quick with a comeback, too, able to hold her own in an argument with Payne. But she's not all tough. She can see that Payne's not all bad and tries to understand why he acts the way he does. Most of all, Emily wants what's best for the cadets and won't give up until they have a better life. Assured young TV actor who gained exposure playing Hillary Banks, the spoiled, self-centered cousin of Will Smith on the hit sitcom, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Before hitting the big screen, Tracy Parsons had already made a name for herself in the modeling world. She graced numerous TV commercials before making her acting debut in the short-lived series Rough House. Her big break came in the teen comedy Class Act, where she played the leading lady. This opened doors for more film roles, including a part opposite Damon Wayans in Major Payne. Looking to expand her horizons, Parsons returned to television with the sitcom Lush Life, sharing the screen with Lorey Petty. Emily Walburn was played by Karyn Parsons when he was 15 years old, and now he is 44 years old. Number 13, Leonard L. Thomas as Bleeding Soldier. Bleeding Soldier is a tough cookie. He's a soldier through, and he can take a beating. The name itself tells us he's seen some serious action, but he keeps going no matter what. He's not one for big speeches or drama. He just does his job and keeps his head down. You can tell he's been through hell and back, but he still shows up every day and does his duty. Leonard Thomas, answering the call of duty, landed the role of Big Brother General Patton in Spike Lee's School Days, setting off a whirlwind of success. This breakthrough led to 7 additional starring roles in Spike Lee's joints, solidifying his place in the industry. Thomas's multifaceted repertoire includes appearances in over 40 films, including notable titles like Malcolm X, King of New York, The Negotiator, and the iconic Star Wars franchise. What sets Thomas apart is his immortalization as one of only 3 African Americans to have a Star Wars action figure sold worldwide, embodying the name Roth del Masona. His impact extends beyond the screen, with his name recognized globally. Thomas's journey began with the renowned Negro Ensemble Company under the prolific Douglas Turner Ward, and his education at Howard University further shaped his craft. Thomas's dedication to his craft and his collaboration with influential figures in the industry have paved the way for a successful career. His diverse repertoire showcases his talent and versatility, and his continued pursuit of excellence ensures that the best is yet to come. Leonard Thomas, a true artist, embodies the spirit of perseverance and excellence, and his impact on the entertainment industry will continue to resonate. Bleeding Soldier was played by Leonard L. Thomas when he was 34 years old, and now he is 62 years old. Number 14. Hector Elizondo as guerrilla leader. At the age of 3, Hector moved to New York from Puerto Rico with his mother and 2 sisters. He grew up in an environment of music and movies. His mother, a former singer on Puerto Rican radio, often had musicians at the home. His grandmother was a huge fan of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers movies, which also had a huge influence on Hector, until he discovered Elvis Presley. He tried desperately to imitate the King in his youth. By his own admission, he didn't imitate him well. Influenced by the Latino stars he admired, he started to embrace his own heritage. Despite his initial self-doubt, he had a burning desire to perform. Armed with an overconfidence and a misplaced choice of audition piece, a Macbeth monologue, he somehow managed to impress the admissions board of the High School of Performing Arts. It was a bold move that would change his life forever. After a whirlwind entry into the world of Broadway, he developed a strong passion for opera, despite financial constraints. With unwavering determination, he pursued vocal training, laying the groundwork for a versatile career. The transition to film brought rapid success, with roles pouring in. His portrayal of the menacing drug kingpin Rico in Crocodile Dundee II became a career-defining moment, solidifying his status as a formidable actor. Eventually returning to Broadway, he managed to join an old friend, Raul Julia, in Man of La Mancha. He still continues to perform live both on Broadway and in his own cabaret show, which has been running since the year 2000. Hector enjoys any roles that stretch him both as an actor and as a singer. He feels particularly grateful for being able to rise above his humble beginnings and do what he has always loved to do, to perform in front of an audience, whether on stage or screen. Guerrilla Leader was played by Hector Elizondo when he was 25 years old, and now he is 56 years old. We really love the cast of the Major Payne. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you on the next video.